So it started out as an open and shut case for the police that sought to pin the blame on Hemraj for Aarushi's murder. The case then became increasingly complicated after Hemraj's body was discovered 2 days later on the terrace. After initially blaming Hemraj's friends for the murders, the CBI didn't find any evidence. Finally, it was the parents who were accused in the double murders. Let's take a look at the various twists and turns in the case.
A case that grabbed public attention right from the beginning when 14-year-old Aarushi was found dead at her Noida home on 16th May 2008. The police probe began on the premise that domestic help Hemraj had killed the teenager and fled. But the next day, his bludgeoned body was found on the terrace of the house. There was no sign of forced entry into the house. The guards and neighbors said they had neither seen nor heard anything. The parents who were last seen at home with the two murdered people claimed they had heard nothing. Within a week, Aarushi's father was arrested. Police claimed he had acted in a fit of rage after finding Aarushi and Hemraj in an objectionable position.
इस चर्चा के दौरान उनकी घनिष्ठता हो गई और वो एक दूसरे के नजदीक आ गए। इसको डॉक्टर राजेश बिल्कुल बर्दाश्त नहीं करते थे।
Amid growing media scrutiny, the case was handed over to the CBI. Their biggest challenge was to collect fresh evidence, as the Noida police had not preserved the crime scene. But the CBI soon shifted track and started picking up the domestic help who worked in the area. Krishna, who worked at Rajesh Talwar's clinic and had been recently pulled up by him at work. Rajkumar, who worked for a friend of the Talwars who lived nearby. And Vijay Mandal, another domestic help from the neighborhood. After 50 days in custody, Rajesh Talwar was released from jail. The CBI said there was no evidence against him, and the agency suspected Krishna had hatched a plot to get back at Rajesh Talwar by attacking his daughter with the help from other two domestic helps. Hemraj came in their way.
They consumed alcohol and discussed about Aarushi, and they entered in the room of Aarushi. She got up and tried to scream. She was gagged and she was first hit by a hard, blunt object. There where they probably tried to sexually abuse, and that led to a scuffle. And after that scuffle, they went to the terrace, and on the terrace, after the lot of a struggle, Hemraj was killed.
But the investigative agency did not stick to this stand for long either. The CBI director changed and a fresh team of investigators took over the case in 2009. All three domestic help got bail. By the end of December 2010, the CBI filed a report which sought to close the case but made their altered stand public for the first time. The CBI said, and I quote, "The investigation revealed several suspicious actions by the parents, but the circumstantial evidence collected during investigation has critical and substantial gaps. There is absence of a clear-cut motive. It is felt that sufficient evidence is not available to prove the offence under sections 302 and 201 IPC against accused Dr. Rajesh Talwar." Unquote.
Enough, I have had enough of this. Enough of this I have had. If they do this, this is the second time I'm going through this. This is the kind of investigation, this is the kind of people that we have in our investigation.
The CBI's closure report pointed the needle of suspicion towards Rajesh Talwar, but was meant to close the case due to lack of motive and sufficient evidence. But despite that, the court converted the closure report into a charge sheet and charged both Rajesh and Nupur with murder, moving the case on to the trial process. In Noida, Tanima Biswas for NDTV.